Today we're going to talk about all the things that I purchased in the first quarter, the first 3 months of 2025. I'm on a low buy. You might be on a low buy too. Our low buys might look very different than each other's low buys. I posted a video at the start of the year with my rules, so I'm not going to fully get into it today, but I just wanted to throw that out there. I have a lot of specific rules to my low buy, which is aimed at kind of establishing a more normal relationship with shopping, limiting how much I shop, and at times only shopping when there's a reason to shop. So I feel like whenever I'm doing any sort of like conscious purchasing, it feels, as I'm saying it, like I'm saying a lot of excuses as to why I purchase something. But I'm like, I think that's normal to like purchase something and be like, here's the reason why I purchased it, you know? Here's the reason why I was incentivized to buy this. So today I'm just going to be brave and I'm going to talk through my, my feeling like I'm making excuses or my feeling like it's too much. I also am showing you 3 months worth of low buy purchases. So if I was reporting on only 1 month, of course it would be less stuff, but I don't know. Enough with the excuses, let's just get into it. I'm allowing myself 1 purchase a month for content for my channel. I wasn't planning on starting off January on it was either the first or the second day, but I made my purchase for January on the first or second day of January. And that was because Merit came out with their shade extension of blushes. All right, this is not sustainable to be holding all these, but look at all these new blushes. They had been teasing that shade extension for some time, and I knew that it would be my purchase because YouTube tells me some fun information, such as the most watched videos of mine during a 1-year period. And my most watched video from 2024 was a Merit blush review that I posted, I think in 2022. So of all the content I'm doing, the one that's reaching the most people is talking about Merit blushes, which is so funny. And I also love the Merit blush formula. It's one of my favorite blush formulas out there. So I was like, yeah, let me just buy all of the new shades and make a video about it. You might have noticed that I haven't yet made that video about it. I posted a video talking about just being overwhelmed, and it was a bad time for me to make this purchase. I still have every intention of making that video. It's kind of crazy that I haven't yet, but coming soon, a video on almost all of the Merit blushes in existence. The next thing that I acquired, I didn't technically buy it, but Free People runs this promo every so often where if you make a purchase, they give you a $100 credit to spend during a certain window of time. So I meant to use that credit before the end of 2024, but I forgot. So I used it in 2025. So what I decided to get was this black onesie, I think they're calling it. I'm just going to pop a picture up on the screen because this is doing no justice to this item. I wanted this item because I have it in this neon corally pink color that I had gotten on sale before I went to Hawaii. So I wore it in Hawaii in November hiking, and it was such a nice little piece. I love pieces that are comfortable, that I don't have to wear a bra with, that are a little bit forgiving on the stomach, and I felt that about that coral piece, and I had thought at the time that the next summer I would want it in black because black is an even more practical color than neon corally pink. So the funny thing about it is I'm trying to go back to this rule that's worked for me in the past where I'm only buying things that I'm going to use right away, because it's easy to purchase something and be like, oh, I'll definitely want to wear this in 4 months. And then 4 months comes and you're like, I don't really want to wear it, Or it doesn't feel as nice as I thought it would. The quality is not as nice as I thought I would. I'm not as comfortable in it as I thought I would be, But for this case, I felt like this made sense because it was literally free for me. So, why go to Free People and look for something else to want and still have this on my wish list when I could just get this nice $100 item that I'm very excited to wear in the summer for no cost. And at this point, we're getting into the warmth, and next month I'll be in Disney, and I'm really excited to wear this in Disney. So I'm happy that I have it. Also in January, I bought a perfume. In my low buy rules, I gave myself the allowance of one perfume. And when I said that, I had this one in mind, and I didn't know when it was going to come back in stock. So I was like, either I will decide that that's the perfume that I want as my one perfume allowance for the entire year, or I will justify not getting it so I can save that allowance for something else, you know? But the time came that it was restocked, and I was like, you know what? I really want it. It's the Nosferatu perfume from Heretic. I think that's how you say the brand name. It was a little bit of a gamble because I'm like clearly blind buying a fragrance that's not cheap, but every single person that's talked about it has liked it. I don't know, in hindsight, I'm like, I can't believe I actually went through the purchase not knowing what it smells like, but I really like it. It's like nothing else that I have. My scent profile is overall pretty like sweet, pretty vanilla and coconut and musk and a little woodsy, but all things very sweet. This smells like lilies and it smells like wet stone, but there's something sweet about it too. It doesn't smell bitter. I've smelled other fragrances that really smell exactly like the item that they're describing, and to me this smells like the item it's describing, but with a fragrance twist to it, you know? And I've really been enjoying wearing it. I have yet to rewatch Nosferatu while wearing it, but that's on my list. Yeah, I'm so happy. I'm so happy with this perfume. Oh, can I just shit on the candle for 1 second? At the time, I was like, I'm probably going to talk about new makeup somewhere and I'll talk about this then, but I'm just going to say now, oh my god, they like were teasing a Nosferatu candle and I was like, ooh, this is going to be tough. Maybe I'm going to buy it. Maybe I'm going to use my birthday money on it, blah, blah, blah. And then it was like $160 or something like that for like a small candle. No, like what? I can't believe, like I was looking at their normal candle selection and I was like, the candle's probably going to be $60 or $70 and maybe I'll do it. It'll be a fun treat. But yeah, what they came out with was like huge packaging, not a lot of candle. I'm in a way, I'm happy I dodged that bullet. I'm happy that I wasn't intrigued, you know, because a candle is such like a short-term joy. A fragrance does get used up also, but like this is going to take me years to use it up, and the chances that I use it up before like it goes off is pretty slim. I don't know. I am going to mention a couple things here and there that are like not in my restricted categories that I purchased just because, you know, it's fun and I want to share them. I wear my hair in a claw clip like 95% of the time. And two of my claw clips that I had been wearing for years gave out in January. One of them like snapped and the other like the clasp went open and like it wouldn't shut again. And I feel like that's like a fine lifespan. Like 3 years for a claw clip is in my hair most of the time. But I was like, I need some more claw clips, you know? So I bought this one from MEJ and I love it. It's like the perfect size. I really like this like translucent tortoiseshell checkerboard pattern on it. And buying this made me realize how loose my old ones were getting anyway, because this stays in there. This is a nice clip. I've really been enjoying this. Okay, February. My first purchase with my birthday money was, not my birthday money, I might have said that before. My first purchase with my Christmas money was in February. I mentioned one of the rules of my low buy was that I had acquired money from the holiday season and I was going to allow myself to spend that on whatever I want. So like going forward, my idea with that is like the little things here and there that I might want, I'm going to use my Christmas money carefully on that. So yeah, the first purchase I made, it's tied to this purchase of replacements. I'm allowed to replace my staples as they run out, and I bought a replacement for my Ole Henriksen eye cream. It was a little premature, I will say that. But I'll explain the whole circumstance. I was looking on like the Ipsy store sale and occasionally they'll have products for a really good deal. Oh, and I was looking because they had sent me a coupon for like $5 off, okay? So I saw that they had my exact Ole Henriksen Wrinkle Blur Bakuchiol Eye Gel Cream. I've been using this for years and I love it. I feel like there's sometimes skin products that I'm just like, oh yeah, this is what I use because it's fine. I use this one on, and I love it. And it's like $40 to buy regular price. They had a little like sale like duo. It was $18 for a replacement of this, as well as this To Vegan Green Glow Up Cream. I haven't used this yet. I will use it. This, like, it could have been just $18 for this and I would have been like, oh my god, great deal. It just happened to like also come with this. And then on the Ipsy sale page also, they had this little Fenty gloss bomb in Fenty Glow. I think I've talked about this a couple times. I bought the gloss bomb in Fenty Glow right when it came out in 2017 and I loved it. It was my like sexy lips lip gloss. You know, whenever I wanted to like have sexy lips, that was like the go-to product. But it got old, it got decluttered, and the thing holding me back from buying another one is that the packaging is too large to fit in my normal lipstick storage. And I was kind of going back and forth. So I'm like, I have a couple products that are too big to fit in the storage anyway. Maybe I should just buy it because I really enjoyed it. But it was holding me back. It was like a long-term internal struggle. So I saw they had this little small size on the Ipsy website for $5. I also have another one of it in Champ Stamp Fantasy. I think this was like a 100-point perk or something like that that I had gotten as a sample from Sephora, but I knew because I had this that it would be the same size, it would fit in my packaging, and like mission accomplished. I would have the product that I want again in something that does fit with my other lip products. So I added this to the purchase and I was like, perfect. That's like my $5 thing for my $5 off. But then the fine print of the sale was that it was $5 off if you spend $25. So my Ole Henriksen eye cream duo was $18. The Fenty Gloss Bomb was $5. And then I found this pink handle highlighter brush for $2. It's really cute. I wouldn't have like bought it otherwise, but it has like little like rhinestones here. I love this like pink chrome. I thought it was really cute. So I'm considering the replacement as a replacement. I'm considering the $5 coupon as going to the Fenty Gloss Bomb. And then I'm considering that I spent $2 of my Christmas money for this brush. So that's a long-winded way of saying I spent $2 of my Christmas money. Another thing I acquired in February was this ring. I had actually purchased it and paid for it in September of last year. It's from the ring brand that I have all these like beautiful handmade rings from California. But when I bought this, it had gotten lost in the mail. So I was just kind of waiting for them to replace the stones, to make it again and everything like that. So it finally came to me in February and it's so cute. It's so beautiful. This is something that I feel like I don't even have to mention this video because I didn't buy it in 2025, but I'm mentioning it because I got it in 2025 and yeah, I like it. It's bringing me joy. And then the last thing I bought in February were some eyeshadows for an upcoming eye swatch, trying a new brand video that I don't even want to say. I don't even want to say, but it'll be up soon, okay? Stay tuned. During February, I filmed my basement clean out video that may or may not be posted already. And in that I was trying on old pieces, most of which do not fit me in any universe. And most of them I was like, all right, it's time to get rid of. I have to do this. And occasionally there was like one that I was like, this is so beautiful. I don't want to get rid of this. And also I wish I could like have this in my size to wear this today. There was one in particular and I felt like I had bought it in my size. I was so confused. I think I cut that part out of the video because it just made no sense. But I thought I had bought it in my size at some point. I realized later I had found it on Poshmark and considered buying it, but never did. And somehow, after years, it was still listed on Poshmark. So I used my Christmas money to buy it. This is one of those things that it's like, I'm not wearing that right now. Like I bought that without a concrete time that I'm going to wear it, but I'm happy that I did because it's so beautiful. And I feel like there's room to have outliers in your wardrobe if you only have a certain number of outliers, you know? I can't have like 30 fancy dresses that I have no occasion for, but I could have like one. Like I could have a couple, you know, and then I keep them in my mind and then I'm like, you know, this time going on vacation or going out to dinner or whatever, even like filming and wearing a cute top, I can remember that I have that one dress and use it, you know? So I spent about $30. I'll put the picture up here if I didn't already. It's like this sheer striped dress. It's long sleeve. It has like a little bralette and like a little mini skirt under it. It goes down to like below my knee. And I just feel like it's so chic. It's so pretty. The one that I got in a medium and it does fit me. So that's really exciting. And yeah, whenever I find an instance to wear it, I'll be happy I have it. I don't know. I'm really excited about it. I had a lot of specific little rules in my January low buy video, and there were a couple that were so specific that I was like, I know my heart. Like, I know what I'm allowed to do, and I'm not even going to like go into these really specific specifics. And also, I feel like some people, their low buy rule is to like, what they say in the beginning is what they stick with, and there's no room for amendments, and if that works for them, that's great. But for me, I am allowing myself to like make amendments if I really think it makes sense, you know? Like if there's something I truly forgot in the beginning, but it makes sense, and in my heart, if I had just remembered it then, I would have like made the rule different. Like, I'm open for those amendments, okay? This isn't an amendment though, because this is something that I thought about then. One of my favorite bands, maybe my favorite band, I don't know, I always go back and forth on this, is the Front Bottoms. And they went on tour at the end of last year, and they weren't going anywhere that close to me. The closest they were coming is Atlantic City, which is a couple hours away, and I would have had to rent a car, I would have had to get a hotel. It was like a whole thing, and I was considering doing it, except I went to Creators and Friends in Vegas the weekend of December 6th, which was my boyfriend's birthday weekend. And the concert was the next weekend on December 14th. And this is an unnecessarily long story, but my boyfriend's birthday is, you know, the weekend I was in Vegas. His mom's birthday is a couple days later. They usually go out to dinner for their joint birthdays, either closer to his birthday or closer to her birthday. And because I was away in Vegas for his birthday weekend, they decided to make the birthday dinner the following weekend, which was the day of the Front Bottoms concert in Atlantic City. So for that reason, I couldn't go, and I was upset because I had seen pictures online of the merch, and I really wanted this one shirt in particular. And I knew that, like, you know, eventually I'll either be able to stalk secondhand and find it, or they'll like list their tour merch on their website at some point and I'll get it then. So I knew that like when it was available for me to purchase, I would buy that shirt. And also like since then I've been kind of like the same way, like if I go on vacation and I want to buy something, I can. I think if I go to a concert and I want to buy a piece of merch, I can. I don't even know if I will. A lot of the times I don't want to wait online. I don't like the merch enough, but whatever. That's the amendment part. If I go to a concert and I want to buy something, fine. But let me tell you about the shirt. I found it on Mercari. It was in a size medium, and I was like, okay. Sizing with like general t-shirts is always kind of a gamble because a medium can be snug on me, a medium can be loose on me. Oh, and I just want to say also that I had purchased this. The seller didn't ship it for a couple weeks, which was fine. I told them it was fine. But like right before it was received by me, it was posted for sale on their website. So I was like, oh, funny timing. This is the shirt. I like things that are ugly, okay? The blue is not really my color story, but I like the like little Beavis and Butthead design with the two members of the band. It is a bigger shirt than I wanted it to be. I was imagining it being a little bit snug and then maybe cropping it or making it more like a baby tee, but it's pretty loose on me. So I'm not exactly sure what I want to do with it. I'm always scared that if I try to like sew something, I'm going to wreck it and then it's just going to be completely unwearable. So I just don't know. But I have some intentions and I think it would be so cute as a little baby tee and I would be more likely to wear it as a little baby tee. I don't know. But yeah, I finally got my front bottom shirt. Another little hair clip detour. When I had bought that first one in January, there was another hair clip that I saw online that I really wanted and it was out of stock and I kept my like notifications on. And then in March, I decided to just like look at it. I decided to just check and it was in stock and they never emailed me. What is that about? It's from Machete, which is a brand that I know because Hannah Louise Poston has talked about them. I think they sent her PR and they just sound like nice quality accessories. So this is the hair clip. It's the Grande Heirloom Claw in the shade Canyon. And when I got it, I was a little disappointed. I'll pop the picture from their website up here. The picture on their website, the like dark, warm brown looked very random, very like natural swirling. And the one that I got is a bit more striped on both sides. It is like, you know, it's not a uniform stripe, it's a bit of a natural stripe, but it's still kind of a stripe. So I was a little bit disappointed, and I was trying to like weigh if I should take the gamble of like sending it back and ordering another one. And you know what I decided? I decided that I need to stop chasing perfection, because that's what I would do. You know, like I would just keep sending it back and keep ordering more. I would order like a bunch of them and then just keep the one that I like the most. And it's like, who cares? It's a hair clip. This one has the idea. And like, since I kind of made that decision, I like this one more. Like, I'm like, this is the one that I got. Oh, and the other thing that helped me make my decision is they had a couple other images posted from their Instagram that showed other variations of this. And I liked this one more than I liked the other variation. So I'm like, maybe it makes sense that like the main picture is like the best variation that they saw. Chances are, even if I kept on ordering them and setting them back, I wouldn't get that one. So I decided to be happy with this, and I am really enjoying it. Okay, this actually isn't as much as I felt like it would feel like. So, all right, a couple more things. If you guys watch fashion or thrifting content, you might know Alexis Sunshine 83. She had posted a video from an estate sale, or like an estate sale haul, a couple years ago. And there was a specific cardigan that she had got in there and she had tried on. I think it was the reason that she had gone to the estate sale and she was so happy to get it. And I loved that cardigan. And I had been on the lookout for it on eBay or like wherever. Like I scoured the internet after I saw that video and no luck. And I've been known to like every so often I go on eBay and I look at cat cardigans. So sometimes my recommended things on eBay are cat cardigans because they know me. And in March, guess what popped up? Yeah, it was the cat cardigan that Alexis Sunshine 83 also has. I didn't mention this video too that like for my low buy, I'm giving myself like a credit to buy one thing a month outside of like the other little specific rules. I started with a 75-day no buy, or like a period where I couldn't use those credits, but the credits were still accruing. So I decided with my first credit, I guess with my January credit in theory, that I would get this cardigan. Yeah. It has these like little black and white clown cats with yellow eyes, which is just like my little cat that I have right here next to me. And it's all these different multicolors. It's this black and white checkerboard. This is the back of the cardigan. It's such a cool piece. It's such a ridiculous piece, but it's such a cool piece. And I'm so excited about it. I've only had it a couple days. I haven't worn it yet, but I'm very excited to. And yeah, I love this thing. I just feel like it's like a chapter of my life has closed. You know what I feel like also? I don't know if this is a good feeling or a bad feeling, but I'm like, all these things that I want, there's always like random things that I want so badly. And like, if you keep wanting them and if you stay patient and if you keep scouring the internet, like you will get them. Like that's so cool. I'm so excited that I have that cardigan now. Another thing that happened in March, well, I don't know when it was announced, but Forever 21s are all going out of business, which like, you know, I have mixed feelings on the idea of like cheap in-person stores going out of business. Overall, like, I used to be a big shopper of Forever 21. That used to be where like everything in my wardrobe came from when I was like in my teens and my early 20s. And over the years, I've definitely shifted away from them. I've been favoring either buying secondhand, or if I'm not buying secondhand, buying more high quality pieces, or at least pieces that like feel better on my skin. I feel like with Forever 21, I've bought some things that have like lasted forever. Like I have a couple pieces in my wardrobe from them that I've had for like 15 years that just like are nicely made items, and other items you wear once or you wash once and they fall apart, and like shopping there is just a gamble. But all of my socks, I'm wearing socks from them right now. All of my socks are from Forever 21. They're cute. I love a cute sock and they fit my foot really well. So that was my big thing. I'm like, if Forever 21's going out of business, like where am I going to get more socks from? So I decided to go and check out and see like what socks they still had in store. I did say in the beginning of the year that like I can buy undergarments as I see fit, and normally I wouldn't think it would be a good idea to go and buy like a ton of pair of socks. But I do know that I've been wearing Forever 21 socks for like 15 years, and I will continue wearing them as long as I have pairs to replace the pairs that I have that wear out, you know? So I decided to buy socks, and a lot of them were like on really good discounts. I feel like most pairs I got for like somewhere between 50 cents and $1. Some of them were 40 cents. Here's a little sampler. Bulbasaur, strawberries, Squishmallows, I don't know, it's a cat. Hello Kitty, pandas, multicolored stripes, more cats, and so on. I got a bunch. I got some like fun Lilo and Stitch ones somewhere too. I don't know. I'm kind of excited. I ended up going to, I think, 5 different locations. I went like a little bit hard on it, but like, as I said, these are the socks that I wear. These are the socks that I wear. And like eventually there'll come a point where I'm going to have to find somewhere else to buy socks. But I felt like, what's the harm in stocking up on socks from the place that I'm used to socks from while I can? And I'm glad I did. I don't know. And it was a little fun. At my first Forever 21 stop, I tried on some other things too. The entire store was 40% off, which it's not like the best discount from Forever 21. Chances are the discount will like ramp up as they have less stuff available, but when I went, it was all 40. I've been to sales there before where like the whole sale section is $3 and like I've bought a bunch of things because of that or whatever. I ended up buying 2 pairs of pants and they were each, I think, $24. So again, it's inexpensive pants. It's not $3 pants, but they were fun. I like them both. Let me show them to you. Okay, the first pair is like this red velvet pant. These are in a larger size than I would normally take, but I could wear them like down on my hips as kind of like a loose baggy pant. I will have to hem them, but I probably will just do like a raw cut. The thing that I thought was so cool about them is down the sides of the leg, they have this like open detail with like bows on the side. I just thought they looked like such cool pants. I will pop a picture up also that I found on Google to show you like what the pants look like in their entirety. But they just seemed like fun pants and like they felt nice. I've tried other Forever 21 pants that like the seams inside feel rough, the fabric feels scratchy. These felt like a nicer pair of pants and I just love the like richness of this red velvet. I can imagine myself like walking around the city wearing these, feeling cool. And I feel like I don't have a lot of pants right now that make me feel cool. The other pair of pants, I'll pop a picture up also. I don't know exactly where in my room they are right now, but they are somewhere. They are described as like a horse fur pattern, which is funny because when I got them, I was like, I don't know what these are supposed to be, but I like it. They fit me really nicely. They're like a flare pant. I also have to hem these, but I think I'm just going to snip them again, not make a big deal out of it. And they just look like cool pants. And you know what I was thinking about this purchase? Because since I've been on a low buy for this year, and there's been a lot of times I'm tempted by something. There's a lot of times I'm like looking at something and I'm like, is this worth spending my birthday money? Not my birthday money. Is this worth spending my Christmas money on? And then I'm like, no, and I get over it really quickly. I feel like there's some things that one can buy that are like really good purchases that you're going to wear every day or whatever. And then sometimes you just want to buy a fun thing. And like, I opted for these 2 fun pairs of pants from Forever 21. I could have as easily opted for any other fun item in the world. You know, like any other thing that I'm not going to wear every day, but it's going to be like a fun thing to add in when I want it. Does that make sense? I don't know if this is coming across as profound, but it felt profound to me when I realized it. I'm like, all these fun things are interchangeable. I can't have every fun thing in the world. And I think that's what I tried to do in the past. Every time I saw something that I thought, oh, this would be fun to wear, I bought it. And now most fun things I have to ignore. And occasionally there comes a time where you find a fun thing and you like it enough to add it into your wardrobe. So that's what the pants were to me, and I'm really excited about them. I'm going to show you another thing that's not related to my budgets. On my way home from one of the Forever 21s, I passed like a sign that said like flea market next to 7-Eleven. So I was like, okay, let's see. And it was one of those thrift stores where it's so full of stuff where like you probably can't walk inside unless they have stuff outside, like, because the stuff that's outside just, like, gets put in the aisles overnight. You know what I mean? It's like one of those really crowded places. And when I was outside, I saw Emily. She has a face cream in her right now. I saw Emily. I love Emily. Emily is from Susan Paley by Gans. I think they were sold at department stores in like the early 2000s. I don't know. You might notice. I also have Kate. I first saw, I think, Frances when I was at a thrift store in Vegas. I have a vlog up from that little shopping trip, but that was like my first introduction to this line, and I ended up ordering Kate and getting her for Christmas. So I saw Emily outside and I'm like, oh my god, she's so cute. I love her like little cheetah print hat and mitts and scarf. She's so cute. So I was carrying her around and the employee was like, the more you get, the better your price will be, which always worries me when they say that, because I'm like, they could just look at me and just say a price, you know? So I'm like walking around, I'm seeing if there's anything else. I'm like, you know, I'd really like to pay under $10 for her, but he's probably going to say more, but maybe I'll walk away if it's over $10. And I was kind of like stressed out about it, but I didn't see anything else I wanted at the store. So I was like, how much are you asking? And he's like, $1. And I'm like, okay. So I got Emily for $1 and I love her so much. Like, I feel like there's something about shopping in person, which is just so much more satisfying than shopping online. Like, what a fun little treat to stumble upon this little store and to find Emily for $1. I love her. And she gets to hang out back there with Kate now and hold my face cream. Oh, I have one other purchase. In March, I went to a thrift store with my brother. It was kind of a funny thing. We're not usually like going out and shopping together, but he had been to this one thrift store before that he had told me about, and I had never gone. So we were passing it and I was like, all right, I'm down. It was, I think it's like considered a charity shop because the prices were pretty inexpensive. I believe the employees were volunteers, but it was more curated than just like an anything thrift store, you know? I ended up getting these cheetah print corduroy Levi's. I wore this in my April Fool's Day video where I'm telling an alien about makeup. I didn't have high expectations. I almost didn't try them on because they have like a spot where they're worn on the leg. But like after I saw how well they fit me, I didn't care. They're like a perfect length on me. They're like a straight leg. They're rib cage, so they're like a nice high waist. I really like these. They fit me really well. That's another thing about like shopping in store, because it's like I've had so many issues buying pants online and then like justifying the pants I buy online and keeping them even though they're not perfect. And in this store, I tried on a couple pairs of pants and these I was like, oh, they fit me perfectly. So I bought them and they're great. And these pants were $4. Also $4 was this camo print t-shirt. It's like a slub knit. It's like a burnout. I don't know if anyone uses any of those words anymore, but it's like a pretty sheer, thin fabric. Pretty soft. It's from Lucky brand, and it's just like a nice thin camo t-shirt. I've really enjoyed recently leopard and camo, so it's funny that this purchase is like exactly just those two things. But in the summer, sometimes I've felt like all of my shirts that I have are either like cute little shirts or they're like thicker t-shirts. So I like the idea of having this one that's like a really thin shirt. I could also wear it as like a swim cover up. I could wear it on a hot day where I want to be a little bit more modest. So the pants I've worn a couple times. The shirt I have not worn yet, but when it gets warm, I know I will wear it a lot. And I'm really excited about it. We also ended up each buying a Beanie Baby. I got Claude. Hi! I always wanted Claude. My brother had Claude growing up, but I never had Claude. But now I do. So that's it. Those are the purchases that I made in January, February, and March. It's funny how like in my head, I felt like it was a lot of things, but now like I've gone through it, I'm like, I don't think it's that many things. I don't know. It's definitely way less than it would have been if I wasn't on a low buy and if I was buying all of like the fun things that I encountered. You know, I feel like the things I bought for a reason. I bought within a spending constraint. And I'm really excited. Like, I feel like I didn't get a lot of fluff. I just got things that I'm really excited about. And I've really been using most of the things that I bought, especially the things that I bought earlier in the year that I've had for a little bit more time. I feel like I've just really integrated them into my life. I wear my claw clips all the time. I wear my Nosferatu perfume all the time. And I'm so excited. If you enjoyed this, I hope you'll give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Let me know if you have a favorite thing that I got or if there's something that you got recently that you're really excited about. I love hearing about that type of stuff. Either way, thank you so much for being here. Bye!